Hi guys, this is a tutorial series on how to use the Ultra Wheel basic weapon system. It's really just a very simple weapon system. It doesn't do things like manage weapon slots. It's only just for singular weapons. I'll probably expand it to support that, but right now it's really just meant for creating singular weapons and not a whole encompassing first-person shooter type system or all that. That's possibly in the future, but I just want to see where I go with this and get some feedback, and I hope you guys like it. So I put together a demo using free stuff off the Unity Asset Store. In fact, let's take a look at what we got. And here's little powder white guy. I don't know why he didn't have any textures, but so yeah, we're gonna learn how to create the gun for this. We're gonna mod the gun that came with the kit and replace the model. And so what you need for this is first of all you need a few assets from the asset store. So let me bring up the list here. Oh, come on, there we go. Oh, there it is. All right, so here's our list. We need the FPS hanger, and let me show you what that looks like. All right, that's this one right here, mobile-friendly FPS hanger, absolutely free. I don't know why it's free because it's a really good model. I would charge at least $5 for it, but that's just me. The weapons pack, and see what that looks like. Oh no, there we go. The weapons pack is this comes with several different elements, and then we also need the Unity 5 standard assets, and I didn't have a link for that, but it's pretty easy to find. You just do the standard assets, and you'll see both the Unity 4 and Unity 5 version here. Like here's the Unity 5 version. This has things like first-person shooter controllers and stuff. A lot of great ideas in this thing too. It's a lot of good little starter uh, stuff. This is for a later tutorial, so you have to worry about that. So once you've got all that stuff loaded up, you want to start by loading up the hanger scene that comes with the hanger. And there may be some junk in here where you get some errors where you have packages that are competing with each other. You can get rid of the image filters and stuff that are inside the FPS hanger because they're not needed. And I believe they're duplicated in the standard assets. So you may have some collision issues with some scripts, but I think you could just get rid of some of that stuff. There's several things in this scene that we don't need. I believe it's got like an animation or something already. Yeah, it's got an animation built into it. We don't need that stuff. So we're going to get rid of the first person thing in there. We're going to get rid of the Hanger Wanderer, and I believe that'll just leave us with a dead scene. In fact, there's no camera at all, which is fine because we're going to replace it. So under standard assets, we're going to bring in the first person shooter controller. And actually, let's do it this way. I'm going to take and drag him into the actual scene view. There we go. So now when we hit play, it's probably going to start with him. Yep, there he is right there. Yep. I don't quite know why his collider. There it is. There's his collider. All right. Eh, yeah. That's probably about right. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we have our first person we can walk around in scene here. So we're gonna take and first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna hook the gun up to this first person character, the one that at least the gun that comes with the weapon kit. So I'm gonna go into the ultra real weapon system, and we're gonna bring up the here we go. Under the prefabs folder underneath there, we're going to bring up the weapons. Let's get rid of that. And you'll see it popped into the floor here. We're going to take and open up our first person controller. And under here is a pivot that represents the facing of the player. So we're going to take and go put that right under him. And we're going to reset his transforms and zoom in on that. And right now, actually, you can see the tip of the gun right there. So we're going to take and go yoink, kind of drag that out a little bit, and put it down here so it's more like a first-person shooter, and then hit play. And magic, magic. All right, well, not really, but anyhow, now we're going to take this gun and actually replace it with a model that doesn't look horrid. Um, my wonderful modeling skills, as you can see. Okay, so we're going to take and use that modern weapon pack that we had, and we're going to replace that gun with the M4A1. And I'm going to take and drag this prefab out into the scene. And what I'm going to do is we're going to take and go into our proxy gun here, and I'm going to open it up. And in fact, I'm going to unparent it from the character controller so you can see it kind of on its own. All right, so the gun itself, this is just a container for the scripts and kind of a root for the entire gun. This particular game object is a pivot that just has the animations of the reloads and the recoil on it. And everything underneath here, you have the gun model, which doesn't have any scripts on it or anything. And then you have some game objects that transforms that represent just basic rigging data that represent where's the muzzle, where's the ejector, just simple stuff like that. So we're going to take the SOP model here, SOP mod gun, and we're going to put it, I don't know what that means. Is that a brand? Oh, man. My buddy Rob would be so disappointed I didn't know anything about the guns. Anyway, so we're going to take our pre-existing gun model and replace it with this. So right now, obviously, its transforms has it way off in the middle of nowhere. So we're going to reset the transform, and you'll see it popped on top of our M16. And we're going to shrink it down a little bit. And this gun is actually accurately scaled, so you can rely on that as a scale reference. And if it's not actually scaled, I'm lying. I mean, it's accurately scaled-ish to as far as I can tell. All right, so that actually looks about right. Then what you can do is you can just delete the gun model, which is the prefab that I have, and then you can take and rename this to MAA1 or oh no, it's M4A1. Sorry, M4A1, and we're going to drag this down here to create a prefab out of it. Pow. So now we have a new gun, but its muzzle information and stuff is probably not accurate. So let's take and go here and look. Yeah, the muzzle bone is way out in front of the gun. Now, just so you know, the blue line represents the positive Z, and that is the direction of fire. So as long as that is pointing out of the muzzle, you've got everything right. If you want it to point at an angle and shoot kind of at an odd angle, you could do it like that. You could. I mean, it would be weird looking, but you could do it. So as far as the ejector, you want the blue to represent where the fire comes out of. Looks like this is on the left or the right-hand side here. And I'm going to rotate it 180-ish, I think. Right there it is. That's probably it. No, that's wrong. Yeah, that'll work. Let me move it a little bit, move it up a little bit. Yeah, that'll work. All right. So now that we got that, I'm going to take and apply that to the prefab, and we should see everything work just right. Oh, no! Oh, that's right. I unparented from the camera controller. So yeah, just take and go back up into here and reparent it. Oh, I got stuck there. All right. And that's really all there is to making your own weapons. If you want to make your own machine gun, you can change simple things like the rate of fire and stuff. There's also different types of ammo you can create, and that's covered in one of the later tutorials here. Um, let's see what we got. We can go and change like the rate of fire if you want to make it a slower firing weapon. You want to create a longer reload delay. You can also increase the magazine size. So like say it holds 50 shells or 50 bullets. You know, and and that's it for this part. And the next part we're going to make a bazooka using one of the assets from the Unity asset store that is also free. So see you soon.